Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 greatest national anthems of all time. For this list, we're looking at the most inspiring, interesting, and musically stirring national anthems from around the world. Are you hearing any of these for the first time? What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments. Number 20. Mazurek Dąbrowskiego, Poland. To say the martial jauntiness driving the national anthem of Poland has the power to rouse any crowd would be a vast understatement. There's a sentiment of pride, naturally, but also of struggle, with lyrics that help thoughtfully spotlight the people's resilience. In English, the anthem is titled "Poland is Not Yet Lost," which is fitting considering it speaks to the country's desire for sovereignty. Mazurek Dąbrowskiego perfectly fits the mental image many have of national anthems. It's practically designed to be sung by a large crowd with full hearts and loud voices, and radiates patriotism. Number 19. Advance Australia Fair, Australia. Well, what makes a good national anthem? Well, many things, but power always helps. Advance Australia Fair isn't a particularly lengthy number, but it resonates deeply, packing one heck of a wallop in under 2 minutes.
Australians, all let us rejoice.
It should be said that the song has undergone some changes over time, with the lyrics notably being modified or modernized to reflect the culture. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is the fact that hearing a rendition of Advance Australia Fair is guaranteed to tug at the heartstrings. It is a sweeping and positive piece that is impossible to forget. Number 18. Marcha Real, Spain. It's common for national anthems to share inspiring lyrical content, words designed to evoke pride in kin and country. But does an anthem absolutely need words to have this effect? Well, no, at least not if you're talking about Marcha Real. Though the song hasn't always been wordless, its past lyrics are largely obsolete. Instead, the rousing melody is performed loud and proud for Spain's people to revel in. Interestingly, a royal decree back in 1997 actually streamlined Marcha Real with a specific key, beats per minute, and duration. In other words, it may just be among the most uniform national anthems out there. Calling pop culture superfans everywhere! Do you love to argue with WatchMojo's top 10 ranks? Introducing WatchMojo's first and very own party game. Bring your superpowers to the table and fight for your pick to be at the top of the list. It's all the fun of the comment section, but in real life. Number 17. Jana Gana Mana, India. There isn't a lot of bravado within India's national anthem, but there is a strong focus on melody, with an almost spiritual feeling that stands in stark contrast to many other anthems worldwide shining through. And the choice pays off. The lyrics also hold just as much importance as the music, espousing India's diversity as a country and as a people. It makes the whole song rather beautiful and poetic. This difference in pace and sensitivity is what earns Jana Gana Mana its rightful place as one of the most unique national anthems in the world. Number 16. The National Anthem of Uruguay, Uruguay. The National Anthem of Uruguay possesses the distinction of being among the longest songs on this list. But that's just one of the aspects that makes it unique. there's a boisterous spirit underlying this number that stands in slight contrast to its incipit, Orientales la patria o la tumba. This translates to Easterners, the country or the tomb. It feels like the lyrics are telling us a story, almost as if they were part of a classic opera. There are multiple movements and emotional beats, while the theme of freedom at any cost feels central. It all works together to make Uruguay's anthem feel vitally important and visceral to the lifeblood of the country. Number 15, Wilhelmus van Nassau, Kingdom of the Netherlands. We're not exaggerating when we say that the Netherlands anthem feels sacred, like a church hymn. The pace is slow and measured, with a somber atmosphere and tone that speaks of the Dutch struggle for independence against Spain. This is another anthem that feels more contemplative than braggadocious or martial, a song that speaks to the nation's history and its people. In a way, Wilhelmus feels like something that one should sing with as much feeling as possible. Anything less wouldn't be doing justice to it or the Netherlands' rich cultural landscape, which it echoes with poetic beauty. Number 14, Hymn to Liberty, Greece and Cyprus. Greece and Cyprus both share a national anthem, a song whose title translates as Hymn to Liberty or Hymn to Freedom in English. It's a poem set to music and feels very traditional, like the sort of anthem you'd see sung and performed by a marching band in a parade. That sort of tradition feels good here, and Hymn to Liberty acts as an ode to independence and sovereignty. Specifically, it describes the difficult fight for independence from the Ottoman Empire, with the music accompanying the text in a simple but very effective manner. Number 13, Himno Nacional Mexicano, Mexico. There is no questioning the message behind Himno Nacional Mexicano, a national anthem whose incipit can be translated to Mexicans at the cry of war. This song is all about revolution, defense of country, and the fight for freedom. Patriotism is at the forefront of the song, with its lyrics mincing no words against those who might stand against the nation. Indeed, the fifth stanza even claims no mercy against those who might try. This helps in making this national anthem perhaps one of the most overtly aggressive, yet simultaneously intense and satisfying ones out there. Number 12, A Portuguesa, Portugal. The Portuguese national anthem is another song where the lyrics call for its citizenry to take up arms if necessary to defend the land. Yet, A Portuguesa doesn't feel like a one-note anthem, despite its relatively short duration. The song says a lot in a little over a minute, thanks to a strong melody and lyrics that speak directly to Portuguese nationalism. Indeed, it was written in response to the United Kingdom's ultimatum that Portugal cease claim to the land separating colonies in Angola and Mozambique. As a result, the anthem represents the desire for expansion and defense in the proud Portuguese people worldwide. Number 11, Du gamla du fria, Sweden. The Constitution of Sweden, surprisingly enough, doesn't specify any particular song as the country's official national anthem. However, Du gamla du fria has largely been accepted as the de facto anthem, largely thanks to the nation's public radio. The song, which translates to Thou Ancient, Thou Free, is among the shorter ones on this list, but that doesn't make it any less effective. Expressing love for everything from Sweden's natural beauty to Nordic culture, the anthem packs a lot into its small window, making the most of each moment. That, combined with its folkloric roots and somber contemplative tone, make it an absolute winner. Number 10. The National Anthem of South Africa. South Africa. The National Anthem of South Africa wastes no time in grabbing the listener's attention, gripping us right from the get-go. It actually mixes elements of two different songs, one from the 1800s featuring the Xhosa language, and another from the apartheid era of South Africa. Lyrically, the song, which incorporates 5 languages, calls out for peace and understanding, and beckons a higher power to keep and protect South Africa and its people. It's a beautiful and melodic national anthem that almost feels like it could be sung around the holiday season. There's just a palpable joy and deep emotion that's hard to resist. Number 9. Kimigayo, Japan. The English translation of Kimigayo can be read as His Imperial Majesty's Reign, but the song continued to be utilized after the Empire of Japan's end and became modern-day Japan's anthem by law in 1999. This has proven to be a controversial talking point for many Japanese citizens, yet there's something to be said about the song's compositional beauty. It transports us with its melancholic melody and measured mood. Meanwhile, the lyrics speak of endurance and of watching small things grow big and tall. There's a fragility here that never feels weak, and it's this willingness to be emotional that makes Kimigayo stand out from the crowd. Number 8. The Brazilian National Anthem, Brazil. The poetic lyrics to Brazil's national anthem are powerful, inspiring, and full of immense pride. A real sentimentality comes across, with it describing the country as a symbol of eternal love while admiring its beauty, recalling its history, and praising its strength. Musically, the orchestral instrumentation blends wonderfully with the voice or voices bringing the words to life, elevating the already energetic song. Now, we're not saying you can dance to it or anything, but the Brazilian national anthem is exciting, powerful, and exudes grace from start to finish. That certainly counts for more than we can say. Number 7. The Star-Spangled Banner, the United States of America. As far as national anthems go, few paint as vivid and imposing a picture as the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Indeed, the United States anthem is a bold piece, and its complex compositional style makes singing it a rather lofty challenge. It starts out like a slow burn, getting listeners' attention with a patriotic, measured message. Eventually, it bursts into this triumphant crescendo that can easily derail any performer for good. Many have tried to master the notes, but only some succeed. However, when the Star-Spangled Banner is done right, well, there's nothing else quite like it. Number 6. Il Canto degli Italiani, Italy. Il Canto degli Italiani has played an important part in many Italian people's lives for centuries. But it actually took until 2017 for it to be officially installed as the national anthem, although it had enjoyed de facto status as such for many decades prior. And it's very easy to see why. The song itself works, feeling as impactful today as it did back in the 19th and 20th centuries. The marching anthem evokes pride in the heart and chest, giving rise to a swelling of emotion that gets caught in the throat and never lets go. Number 5. Deutschlandlied, Germany. You only need to hear the German national anthem once to be hooked. The song is captivating, possessing a hummable melody that can easily be replicated on basically any instrument, without losing an ounce of power. Lyrically, it's been the subject of some controversy in the past. Though it was written with the intention of uniting a divided people and state during the 1800s, the first two stanzas took on problematic meanings following World War II. They are therefore no longer used or really considered to be part of the anthem as a result. Today, the tune is celebrated for being an absolute banger. Number 4. The state anthem of the Russian Federation, Russia. It makes sense that a national anthem would bring tears to the eyes of its country's citizens. But what about if you're a visitor or a tourist? Well, the state anthem of the Russian Federation could still make you well up. That is the power and beauty of the incredible song. The anthem, with its lyrics as it stands today, has only been in use since 2000, but it feels timeless, and the love for Russia shines through in each word. Meanwhile, the melodic musical theme is somewhat similar to Germany's, in that it encourages everyone to sing or play along. Number 3. O Canada, Canada. All national anthems are unique and possess their own memorable characteristics. However, O Canada certainly belongs to the group of better-known ones around the world. The song almost possesses a pop quality, at least when comparing it to traditional marching band anthems. On top of that, instantly draws you in, despite its relatively short running time. O Canada could also be compared to the Star-Spangled Banner, in that its final verse really goes hard. Any singer attempting to sing it must be ready to hit that last note with gusto.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Number 2. God Save the King, the United Kingdom. It isn't often that a country's national anthem receives a change in modern times, but the United Kingdom has indeed updated their national anthem, God Save the Queen, to reflect the ascension of King Charles III to the throne. This doesn't change the anthem's ultra-mesmerizing melody, which it actually shares with the US song America, My Country, 'Tis of Thee.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
God Save the King is one of those classic anthems that's known around the world, and for good reason. The simple yet inspired arrangement never fails to make it stand out from the crowd. Number 1. La Marseillaise, France. This anthem by any other name would still be as sweet. The song originally featured the comparatively more aggressive title, Chant de guerre pour l'armée du Rhin, aka War Song for the Army of the Rhine. And it's true that La Marseillaise is a confrontational song, full of threats against tyrannical enemies and lyrics that speak of violence, among other things. However, the main melody is absolutely beautiful, able to evoke tears within the first few bars. And ultimately, it's this dichotomy between lyrical aggression and cultured beauty that helps make La Marseillaise so well known around the world. It is truly one of a kind. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.